Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to discuss lucid dreaming, so very interesting. Stay with me. So what is a lucid dream? Well, a lucid dream is when you're in a dream, you're having a dream, and you are becoming aware that you are dreaming. So you know in your dream that it's a dream, if that makes sense. So I will be like dreaming away and then I'll be like, oh, hang on, I'm dreaming, which means that I can pretty much do whatever I want. Now, I can't really do everything I want because I haven't mastered it yet, but I'm sort of learning as I go. So for instance, my thing is that I can fly, and that is super, super cool. So I will be like on a high up in a building, or I will be just walking along and I will my body to lift off the ground, or I will take a few steps and then I'll heave myself and I'll fly away, and I can even fly into space if I want to. I have found that to be a little bit scary, so when I actually do it I'm a bit like, oh, I don't know about this, a little bit scary. So and even though I know it's a dream, so it's crazy, but if you do master lucid dreaming, you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can fly over mountains, you can climb Mount Everest, you can have the perfect kiss, you can, go further than that, if you know what I mean. And you can be a singer on stage and sing like Beyonce or whatever. So you can pretty much do anything if you master it, which is really cool. But a lucid dream is good for so much more, because if you learn how to do it, you can prepare for things in your real life. Let's say you have a meeting or a performance or a speech or something like that, and in your dreaming and your lucid dreaming, then you can sort of set up the stage, set up the scene in your lucid dream, and you can just rehearse what you're going to do over and over. And because it's so real in the dream, it's becomes like second nature when you're not dreaming. So when you're actually having to make that speech or something like that, it will feel much, much more at ease. So it's very, very handy. Also, you can do stuff like, talk to your guardian angels and stuff like that as well. I haven't found that I can do that yet, but I know that some people can do that, so which is cool. I wish I could do that. How do you learn how to lucid dream? Well, there are a few different things you can try out, and if you do them constantly and repeat them during the day, it should seep into your dreams and you should be able to lucid dream. So what you do is, these are just a few tips that I've grabbed along the way during the last few years when I've been super interested in this particular part of dreaming, and it's really fascinating because when you realize it's a dream, it's like, whoa, so much can happen. So number one, write down on a piece of paper that you carry around, or on the back of your hand, or someplace like that, someplace that you would look often. And on this note or whatever, it should say, am I dreaming? And you have to sort of ask yourself, am I dreaming? And you look around and you really feel, you have to really think, is this normal? Is this the way my house looks? Is this me? Looking at your hands is a really good thing as well. You sort of look down on your hands. Hands tend to look a bit weird in dreams. I don't know. I looked at my hands. They just seem a bit, they look pretty normal, but maybe a little bit out of focus or something. But hands tend to look weird. I've heard it from other people. So you could do something like that. Number two is that you can set an alarm on your phone. I've got an alarm on my phone a few times a day. This little beep comes in, and every time that I hear that beep, I have to ask myself, am I dreaming? And it's just a little beep. So if you have that in the night as well, so you can hear the beep, but have it in a low volume so that you don't wake up, then it will seep into your dream, and in your dream you'll be like, am I dreaming? And you'll be looking around, you're like, I am dreaming, so I can do stuff. So that's kind of fun. Number three, look at the clock twice. So you're looking at the clock, you can, through the day you look at the clock several times a day, and you look at the clock, you look away, you look back at the clock almost immediately, just a few seconds after, whatever, and it should say if you're dreaming, it's like a completely different time. Now this has worked in my lucid dream state. So I'm looking at the clock in my dream, I look away, and then I look back again and it's a completely different time, and I'm like, cool, I'm lucid dreaming. Number 4, affirmations. So you're lying in your bed and you have like, maybe for 5-10 minutes while you're getting sleepy, you say to yourself over and over, I will be aware that I'm dreaming, I am going to lucid dream tonight, and you keep saying that over and over again. I will be aware that I'm dreaming, I will know when I'm dreaming, and you just continue that, and hopefully that will seep in to your dream states and you will know. Lucid dreaming has come to me from time to time. I don't really control it. Some people can actually control it, you know, like almost do it every night. I get maybe 1 to 2 lucid dreams a week, and I still have a long way to go because I can't really manifest everything, but I know that that is also self-doubt, so you need to really truly believe that you can. And because I've flown so many times in my dreams, I don't have an issue with it, I just go off I go. So you need to really believe it. So how do you stay lucid once you're in a lucid dream? Because a lot of people tend to sort of wake up when they're lucid. They're like, oh, I'm having a lucid dream, oh, it's so exciting, and then they can feel themselves waking up. So tip number 1 is like rubbing your hands together when you're in a lucid dream. So once you really totally understand that you're in a lucid dream, you look down at your hands, you're like, okay, start rubbing them together. And it sounds weird, but it's really worked for me. Tip number 2 is keep reminding yourself, okay, I'm dreaming, and just relax into it. You need to be relaxed into it, because otherwise, once you start thinking, oh, I'm going to wake up, then you make that your reality and you wake up. Tip number 3 is to have the reality checks, as I said before, but like, you know, find a clock, look at your hands, or like I do, like, you know, make myself float up in the air, you know. Yeah, everyone gets their ways of realizing that they're lucid dreaming, but try and do reality checks constantly and you will find that you stay in the lucid dream longer. So why do we lucid dream? Like, what is it really about? Well, some people think it's like a way into the 4th dimension. So you sort of, your ego just like relaxes and you travel into the like a higher dimension where you can manifest things really quickly. So if you're thinking about like a monster, then here comes the monster. But if you're thinking about like a big meal or something, then bang, got the big meal. So it's you know, that's one aspect or one way of seeing it. Critics would say that it's probably just that you're slightly more awake in your dreams and that's why it's muddling up. I really think it's a huge opportunity regardless, although I do really see a very spiritual aspect of it. I truly believe it's spiritual. I truly believe we go into ourselves and our own psyches. So it's things we need to learn in life or things that we need to work on psychologically that we haven't like really gone through. Maybe things are happening in our life right now that are reflecting things that happened before that we haven't dealt with yet psychologically. So it could be stuff like that. But I also think that it's a communication with the spirit world and your guides, your whatever, you know, and I think it's the mystery of it that makes it as well very interesting and exciting. And like I said before, you can totally work on things in your real life and prepare for things. So all in all, it's super duper. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you would like to leave a comment, do so down below, and have a fantastic day. Lots of love. Bye.